This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, new law going into effect in Indiana. Ireland celebrating new church dedication. On our Monday with the Mayor segment, we speak with Rockport Mayor Don Winkler. Also, Kurt Guxell will be in with sports. All this and more coming up on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. Indiana is joining over 20 other states in the nation in having a hands-free law. House Bill 1070 officially goes into effect on Wednesday, July 1st. But what does that mean for Hoosier drivers? The law prohibits motorists from using and even holding a cell phone while driving a motor vehicle, unless they are using hands-free technology such as a cradle or Bluetooth system, or they need to call 911. But that's not all. Indiana State Police Jasper Post PIO Sergeant David Henderson tells us why and explains why it's crucial to inform the public now.
This law not only pertains to cell phones, but to any other electronic devices that are in the car. What we're trying to do is educate the public first by putting this information out. We're going to have our troopers start stopping people if they're obviously on their phone, weaving in and out of lanes, starting too fast, tailgating. Those will be the reasons we stop people at first, not just for the hands-free law, but to make the roads safer.
Henderson says there will be a grace period right after the law goes into effect.
If you do get stopped, then the trooper will come up, talk to you about educate you on the law, and we're going to first kind of give it a grace period with warnings to educate the public with.
All state troopers are trained and are ready to enforce this new law. Henderson says always meet with the troopers to make sure they are ready before a new law goes into effect.
Every year when new laws come into effect in May and June, we go over new laws with our troopers. So all the troopers have been educated on what is and what isn't the law, how it affects people, how it affects our job and how it doesn't. So they are behind it 100%.
Indiana currently has a ban on texting while driving. However, law enforcement agencies around the state say it has been difficult to enforce. Henderson says that he hopes this new law will make the roads a safer place for everyone.
Your chance of being in an accident go up approximately 400% if you're texting and driving or being distracted while you're driving. So we want to keep the roadways for Indiana safer for the general public and the motoring public.
For more information about the law, visit iga.in.gov. A Jasper man is facing felony charges after burglarizing a residence. 20-year-old Carlos Suela Martinez was arrested on Friday afternoon on felony charges of burglary, theft, and counterfeit forgery. Police responded to a residence on Wednesday afternoon in reference to a previous residential burglary. After investigating, police learned that Martinez fraudulently cashed the victim's check. Several of the stolen items were found while executing a search warrant at Martinez's residence. Martinez was booked into the Du Bois County Security Center without further incident. Ireland has a brand new church. This past Sunday, Ireland residents got to step into the brand new St. Mary Church during a special dedication ceremony. This new church is an upgrade from the other St. Mary Church in Ireland. Since breaking ground in 2018, St. Mary Parish Council President Patrick Gress says that these new updates were definitely needed.
Well, we had extensive studies done on the old church, and we know it's still standing. It's fairly stable now, but over time it's not going to hold up, and we were having capacity issues. Too many people, in the aisleways at times, so we looked into, and this has been most recently about a 20-year process.
Gress says that the new church is not only just a fresh coat of paint compared to the old one, but the church also has many new amenities.
We have a cry room, really nice cry room for young families. A lot more restrooms in this one than we had in the other one. A nice gathering area, they call it the Narthex out here, where They say we can set up 136 to 150 chairs in there for overflow seating, like for Christmas masses and stuff. So altogether, we can probably bump our seating capacity to about 850.
Gress says that the community is very excited about the new church as well. For more information about the dedication, visit the St. Mary Church Ireland Facebook page. 18 WJTS TV is airing the St. Mary Church dedication of the new church building on Tuesday, July 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern and on Sunday, July 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern. The DuBois County Health Department is confirming that there are no new cases of COVID-19 in DuBois County today. The county's total still sits at 258 positive cases of COVID-19 with 6 reported deaths. Out of these 258 positive cases, 235 have recovered. This means that they are out of isolation and are reporting as feeling well. About 2,764 individuals have been tested in the county. As always, remember to practice social distancing, wear a cloth face mask whenever you are out in public, and wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Indiana's COVID-19 numbers have been updated. As of Monday afternoon, the Indiana State Department of Health is reporting 2,432 deaths, 45,228 positive cases, and 476,519 individuals have been tested for the virus. Here are the numbers for our viewing area. Starting off with DuBois County, 258 cases and 6 deaths. Pike with 6 cases. Spencer has 30 cases and 1 death. Perry with 119 cases and 7 deaths. Martin has 24 cases. Davies with 135 cases and 16 deaths. Orange has 133 cases and 23 deaths. Knox with 59 cases. Crawford with 28, Posey has 30, Lawrence has 218 cases and 24 deaths, Gibson has 36 cases and 2 deaths, Warwick with 194 cases and 29 deaths, and Vanderburgh has 407 cases and 6 deaths. To see a map of cases by county, head to in.gov/ISDH. A Jasper man was arrested on OWI charges over the weekend. On Saturday evening, just after 6:30, the Jasper police officers stopped a blue 2007 Dodge Ram at 2nd and Clay Street for speeding and expired plates. During the stop, the driver, 59-year-old Robert Baker of Jasper, was found to be under the influence of alcohol. Baker was taken to the DuBois County Security Center in Jasper, where he took a certified chemical test. He tested at .158. Baker was then booked and charged with a level 6 felony count of OWI prior conviction and a Class A misdemeanor count of OWI BAC over .15. Baker was also cited for speeding and having expired plates. A Shoals man was arrested this Monday morning. 37-year-old Brandon Stone was arrested by the Lagodi police on charges of leaving the scene of an accident, aggressive driving, and possession of methamphetamine. Stone was booked and lodged into the Martin County Security Center. The Lagodi Police Department was assisted by the Martin County Sheriff's Office and Shoals Town Marshal Eckert. A Bedford woman suffered head injuries after a single vehicle accident over the weekend. On Friday evening, 41-year-old Melanie Fowler of Bedford was driving her 2015 Yamaha moped north on Meridian Road when she ran off the roadway and struck a mailbox. After she hit the mailbox, she lost control and crashed, causing lacerations to her head. She was not wearing a helmet at the time. Fowler was taken to Memorial Hospital by EMS for her injuries. Her moped suffered around $150 in damages. Business and Institutional Furniture Manufacturers Association has a new member on its board of directors. Kimball International CEO Christy Jester was recently elected to serve on the BIF-MA board of directors. Jester became CMO of Kimball International in 2018. Before this, she served for over 20 years as a global executive at Newell Brands. Throughout her career, Jester has driven growth for the businesses she has led through brand innovation and distribution channel expansion, including e-commerce and a global mindset. Jester is a graduate of Cornell University. The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles is reminding Hoosiers about administrative penalty fees. These penalty fees, also called late fees, resume on July 1st. All Hoosiers with expired driver's licenses, permits, state identification cards, and vehicle registrations need to complete renewal transactions before July 1st to avoid paying an administration fee. Title transactions and new vehicle registrations must also be completed before July 1st. Administrative penalty fees were waived early in the COVID-19 Public Health Administration to help limit the spread of the virus. The BMV resumed walk-in services on June 15th. Hoosiers can complete all transactions at the branch except for driving skill exams. Those who had a driving skill exam canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic will be contracted in early July to reschedule. The BMV anticipates opening new appointments for driving skill exams in late July. All branches will continue abiding by the CDC's guidelines to protect customers and employees. The number of people allowed in a branch at one time is determined by the size and design of the location. Appropriate spacing is marked outside of branches to accommodate all customers until they enter for their transactions. Customer-facing BMV members are required to wear masks, and customers and visiting customers are encouraged to do the same. For more information, visit in.gov/BMV. Indiana conservation officers are reminding Hoosiers how to make water safety a priority this summer. If you are going to be around bodies of water, officers say you should discuss the dangers of water with your family and loved ones before going out. Wear a life jacket. Tell someone where you are going and when you will return. Go with a buddy. Do not venture around flooded or fast-moving waterways, and avoid alcohol. Conservation officers are also stressing the importance of boating safety and reminding Hoosiers about the rules of the water. Reducing a boat's speed in unfamiliar areas and being aware of unusual water conditions respective to the size and type of boat are not only safety tips, but also important environmental considerations. Regardless of your boat type, doing an initial assessment of water levels and current speed are essential, and always designate a sober boat operator. Alcohol causes impaired balance, blurred vision, poor coordination, impaired judgment, and slower reaction time. These impairments can be magnified by wave action, sun exposure, and wind. It is illegal to operate a motorboat or personal watercraft in Indiana while intoxicated due to alcohol or drugs. Indiana law defines intoxication as having a blood alcohol level of 0.08% or greater. A life jacket should be United States Coast Guard approved, in good working condition, and size appropriate for the wearer. New life jackets are designed to be lighter, less obtrusive, and more comfortable. Inflatable life jackets allow mobility and flexibility for activities like boating, fishing, or paddling, and are much cooler in warmer weather. For more information, visit dnr.in.gov. And we'll take a look at your weather forecast when we come back on 18 WJTS.